Right, so we're looking at playing out in no trumps. So first of all, we're going to do the bidding. So the bidding's pretty simple because this is the first lesson. And obviously you can come back and look at these lessons anytime. So you may have studied a way to bid this hand differently. But I'm just going to do very, very basic bidding for these hands. So North is going to open one no trump. They've got a 3-3-4-3 shape. And they got 14 points. They're going to open one no trump. South with 11 points decides to bid two no trumps to say, partner, if you've got a maximum of 14, you can bid three no trumps. Otherwise, let's play in three no trumps. Okay, and that's how the bidding would go. Now, to those who are a bit further on and looking back at the lesson, if you've covered a system called Stayman, you could use Stayman on this hand, but you'd get to the same contract and you'd probably get to the same lead. So we haven't really covered leads if you're on the first lesson, but what I have been teaching during the first few lessons is to lead fourth highest from your longest suit. So here, fourth highest would be the six of hearts. So let's lead the six of hearts. Now, on lead, you should always have a think about things. You shouldn't just, play the two of hearts straight away. You should sort of make a little bit of a plan and have a look at how many tricks you're going to think you might make. So here we're going to need 9 tricks running 3 no trumps. So what I would do is have a look at potentially how many tricks we can make. And so first of all, the heart lead has made sure that we can definitely going to get one trick because if the ace goes up, then our king's going to be good. And if the queen goes up, we can win with the king and we can possibly set up a heart trick as well. Okay, but it definitely gives us a heart trick. Diamonds, we have ace, king, queen, so that should be 3 tricks. The clubs, we just have the ace, so that's 5 tricks. And spades, well, we've got the ace of spades, that's 6, but we can also generate some extra tricks using the queen and jack. Now, it kind of depends on where the king of spades is and also how the spades break. But it looks like our source of tricks, our main source of tricks is going to come from spades outside of the diamond suit, okay? Diamonds, we're definitely going to make 3. Spades, we could make 3, we could make 2, we could make 4, we're not sure. Kind of depends on where things are. Okay, so let's go ahead anyway and play it. So we're going to play the 2. West goes up with the ace, third hand plays high. We'll play the 10. And because they've led a heart, we see no reason really to not play a heart back. And also this 10 of hearts high from North could mean that maybe they've only got king 10 and maybe our partner's got about 6 hearts in their hand. So if partner's got about 6 hearts, that could be a source of tricks for defense. So I'm going to continue with the hearts. Now, king jack of hearts, there's always a possibility that West has the queen of hearts. So rather than go with the king, I may as well take a finesse, okay? A finesse is where you play a lower card, hoping that the position of a higher card is favorable. So here it isn't favorable if you're north-south, and it is favorable if you're east-west. East is just going to cover that when winning with a queen, and they continue with another heart. Now here, because they know the king of hearts is out, what East can do is play the lowest heart back. So they can play the 3 of hearts to say to partner, I have more hearts in my hand because they've led the 4 highest, which was the 6 of hearts. Now by playing the 3, it should now tell the West that they started with 5 hearts. So by playing the 3, it shows that. Now, West could throw a spade away here because you're not likely to win anything. So you could do that. And that would be kind of good news for North. Okay, no, with 3 spades, you're not really giving much away. You're pretty certain that North is going to take a spade finesse. So playing a spade away isn't really giving you anything up. Now, North needs some tricks. But the other thing is, it's actually safe to take a spade finesse here. Because if your spade finesse loses, West can't come back a heart. So, because you can see that West is out. So you take a spade finesse. East should play low. The second person, they should play low. And you're just going to put in the jack. And it wins. So you're up and running with another trick. So that's 2 tricks. You need 7 more. It very much looks like with West throwing a spade away, and East and West not beating the Jack of Spades or the King. It looks like the spade finesse is working, but we're still not sure exactly how the spades are breaking, because this 10 of spades could be over in the East hand, and East could have 4 spades. So what we need to do is get back over to the North hand. Now you could play a low diamond to the King, but I think here it's right to play the ace first, because what you're trying to do is unblock. What you don't want to do is play a club. Okay, by playing a club, the clubs are now kind of open. You're missing the King, Queen of clubs, and possibly the 10. If West was actually playing clever and had the King of spades, you're now opening up the club suit by playing a club to the ace. So I would play the ace of diamonds. All right, and then play a diamond. By playing the ace first, you're unblocking the suit. If you play a diamond to the King, you can't sort of win this King and Queen, all right, because there's still the ace in dummy. So we're going to play the King. All right, so we're back in the North hand, and we simply take another finesse. Now, if we've been counting, we've seen that West threw 1 away. So now that we should work out that there's only the King of spades left. So what we can do is we can just cash out the ace of spades and another spade. That's a possibility. Or we could even try playing a club at this point. Okay, we know that this this is still coming in, so it doesn't really matter what we do here. We're going to get 4 more tricks. We could try a club. See if the King, Queen of clubs is maybe in this West hand. So if this plays low, we're going to put in the Jack. Okay, and then we're off. Okay, so we wouldn't do that. Okay, so you should never risk your contract. So I was just kind of joking there. So let's have an undo. Right, we can't afford to take a club finesse. Right, if we take a club finesse and hope that the King, Queen is here, this would win with the Queen and then cash the 2 hearts. So we've got 2 tricks. We can't afford this hand to get the lead and then cash its 2 hearts. So we've got 5 tricks. The best thing we can do, really. All right, so we could play a club if we want. We have to put in the ace. We can't take a risk. And then we can play the Queen of diamonds. And then the 9 of spades, ace, and another, and then we give up. All right, we've got no chance at winning the rest of the tricks. We'll just give up now. All right, so that's the first thing. That's the first hand. Let's have another look at another hand now. Hand 2. So again, basic bidding. We're going to open 1 no trump. West with a 13 count and a totally flat hand is just going to go straight to 3 no trumps. Even if you knew how to play Stayman, I think it's probably right for West just to bid 3 no trumps, because you've got this totally flat hand, 4-3-3-3, and a 13 count. So you got enough points for game, you got 25 points. So just bid the 3 no trumps and hope partner can bring it in. Now, South is going to lead off. Top of the sequence, Queen Jack 10s, going to lead the Queen of Hearts, which shows to everyone that you've got Queen Jack and likely the 10. Because the 9 of Hearts is in dummy, there's a good chance that South has the Queen Jack and the 10. Sometimes you can lead sort of half sequences where you've got like Queen Jack 9, things like that. They're kind of good leads sometimes. Leading off the Queen Jack, which not supported by another card, is not necessarily the right lead. You could be giving something away. So leading the Queen from Queen Jack 10, though, is a pretty solid sequence. Okay, so East-West could duck this. So ducking it means if you play, everyone plays low. So that's what's called ducking it. And the reasons for ducking, which we'll go into in another lesson. But in short, it's to try and cut the communication, but I'll go into it more deeply. So on this hand, I probably wouldn't duck because I'm a little bit worried about the clubs. We've got the ace of clubs stopper, and that's it. And they could cash 3 club tricks. I don't really want them switch. And the other reason is I can count 9 tricks if I can pick up 3 spade tricks. And there's a very good chance I can get 3 spade tricks. So if we have a look at this, if I give myself 3 spade tricks and 2 heart tricks is 5, and 3 diamond tricks is 8, and the ace of club tricks is 9. So that's if I can get 3 spade tricks. Now, why do I think I can get 3 spade tricks? Well, I'm only missing the king and the jack. So as long as South holds one of those cards, either the king, either the jack, or the king and the jack, then I'll make at least 3 spade tricks. So that is a very good chance. The only time I'm going to lose is if North holds king, jack of spades. So that is the only time when I'm going to lose. So I don't really want them to switch to clubs. So I think I'm just going to win this ace of hearts. Now, which spade should I play from east? Now, what I want to do is I want to take this spade finesse. So I want to take what's known as a double spade finesse. So I want to play a spade and put in the low one. And I'm trying to play south for the jack or the king or both. So rather than play a small one and put in the queen, I'm actually sort of playing for 2 cards. So that's why it's called a double finesse. You've got 2 potential cards you're finessing against the king and the jack. So here, what I want to do, because I want to take another finesse, I'm going to play a high one. So I'm going to play the 9. By playing the 9, I can keep in this hand if it wins. So I play the 9, and South decides to duck. Now, they could cover if they wanted to, maybe. But they decide to play low, and dummy plays low. And when North plays low, it rather looks like South has got maybe all the honours, or maybe North's holding up the king. Sometimes that can be the right ploy for a defender. So East then plays another spade. Okay, and because it worked the first time, you're going to try it again. So you're going to play another low spade. All right, so that worked. Now you wouldn't play the ace of spades now, because you'd be pretty certain the king and jack are here. You want to take that spade finesse again. So you want to get back into this hand. And an easy way to do that is just to play a diamond. Now here, second hand, jack 10, 9, 8. You should play the 8 rather than the 6. Play the 8 because you've got this nice run. You can afford to play high. Okay, so high in this case is, I know some of you will be saying, oh, jack's high, surely. But the thing is, jack 10, 9, 8 are all the same equivalent because you've got them all in your hand. So you can play the 8 and force, you're going to force out the queen or king. So the queen goes up. All right, and then you take the spade finesse again. Doesn't matter what they play, you're just going to beat it. And North's getting a bit stuck now. What to throw away? Okay, so anyway, 3 no trumps. You've got 5 tricks now. So you're going to get the ace of spades. You're going to get the king of hearts. That's 7. You're going to get the ace, king of diamonds. That's 9. You're going to get the ace of clubs. That's 10 tricks. So you're going to make 10 tricks quite easily. Now that the double finesse works. So let's have a look at a new board. 6, 9, 10, 14. So you're going to open 1 no trump. And West passes. 5, 9, 10, 14 count. Again, very flat hand. You're just going to bid 3 no trumps. Again, whether you know Stayman or not. Okay, so Stayman is a major ask, which we'll cover later on in about lesson 10 or something like that. So here, North should just bid 3 no trumps anyway. We're completely flat 4, 3, 3, 3 hand, and the points to do so. So you're going to end up with 3 no trumps. West leads off 4th highest. Okay, you've got an unbroken suit. Sorry, you've got a broken suit, not an unbroken suit. You've got a broken suit. Now, if you had the queen of clubs in that sequence there, so if that 5 of clubs was the queen of clubs, you'd have king, queen, jack. You'd lead off the king of clubs. But here with a broken suit, you're going to lead the 4th highest from your strongest suit. So again, we're going to look at things here. We've got 4 diamond tricks. We've got the ace of club tricks is 5. We've got the ace king of hearts, that's 7. And we've got the ace of spades, that's 8. So we've got 8 tricks off the top. So that's pretty good. That's sometimes that's quite rare. You don't always necessarily get 8 tricks off the top, but we do have to generate a 9th trick. So we could get a 9th trick in by taking a spade finesse. We could also take a heart finesse. We could potentially, well, that's it really, as far as I can see. It's basically take a spade finesse or a heart finesse. Now, the clubs, we're totally wide open. Anything else, spades or hearts, we're fine. So we're going to play a low one. Each plays third hand high, the queen. Now, the thing is here, it's a good idea to duck. Get used to ducking. Again, it's the idea is to cut communication. So we're going to duck. All right. Don't be afraid to lose a trick. Okay, we're happy to lose 4 tricks. If we can win 9, we don't really care. As long as we can win 9 tricks, we're going to make our contract. So losing 1, that's not the end of the world. Losing 5, that might be. Okay. So East, well, the Queen's won, so no reason not to send back another club. So they play another club. And again, we can duck this. Now West, I think, should overtake this because it means you can win that trick and play another club because you know there's only the ace out now. So you can play the 5th club. Okay, and East can just throw away a diamond. Okay, so now we've won our 1 trick. And we're still not sure what to do. Do we take a spade finesse or do we take a heart finesse? Now, one thing we do know is that West has got started off with 5 clubs. So this is what's known as the danger hand. East-West have won 2 tricks, and if West gets the lead, they'll win. They'll cash their 2 other club tricks and take us off. So we don't want them to get the lead. So the danger is if we take a spade finesse and it wins. So if the king is over here, we'll lose the king of spades and we'll lose 2 clubs. Okay. Now, what is the danger if East wins with, say, the queen of hearts? Well, they can't hurt us straight away. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a heart finesse. So we can play a small heart and put in the jack and hope it wins. As it turns out, it does. Okay, so we've got 2 tricks now. We've got the ace king of hearts, that's 4. We've got ace king queen of diamonds, that's 7. And an extra diamond is 8, and the ace of spades is 9. Now, we could take the spade finesse, but again, we'd be risking our contract. So we don't need to do that. So what are we going to do? So we can just cash our tricks now. We can cash our diamonds. Like so. So by cashing our lows ace, king, queen, it means we can set up this jack. We've unblocked. So that's the thing to do. We've unblocked that suit. If we were to cash the ace of spades and the king of hearts first, without unblocking those diamonds, we wouldn't be able to cash that jack of diamonds. So it's really important in bridge. It's a skill called unblocking. All right. So what have we got? We've got 5 tricks now. So we can play that ace of hearts. That would make it 6. Right. And then we can play a heart to the king. So that's 7 tricks. And then we've got the ace of spades and the jack of diamonds. That's 9. And then we'd give up the rest of the tricks. All right. We're out of it. We could play this slightly different way, which I probably would. So if I just go back, rather than do that, I'd probably take a spade to the ace first. Okay, it's still going to result in the same thing here. I played a jack of diamonds, and West is getting a little bit squeezed, as in they find it difficult to know what to throw off. I then played a king of hearts. Okay, and then a heart. Okay, so what I'd do is I'd like to finish in dummy to play towards this queen. Okay, rather than playing away from it. It still doesn't make any difference because you do that, and this hand goes up with the king and cashes the other king. So they can hold us to 9 tricks. So let us just go back in the play though about the unblocking thing. To show you what I mean. So okay, so we've taken the heart finesse and we've won here. So a danger is think, oh well, I've got my 9 tricks, so I can count like 4 diamond tricks. I can count the ace of spades, that's 5, and I can count the ace king of hearts, that's 7, and I've got 2 tricks already, that's 9. So a danger is that maybe you'll do something like this. So this is what I mean by getting the suit blocked. So if I cash all my winners here, okay, so let's say to do that. You see, now I can't get back to my hand. So let's say if I do it this way. Okay, stuff like this. Now, here you can see that South has got a winning jack of diamonds, but no way of getting to it. What you've done is you've cut the communication between the two hands. You've taken your winners from the South. So you've taken your entries, okay, your communication cards that can, some other people use the word transportation. Okay, that's quite a common word that they use in America to describe things. So your transportation between one hand to the other. So this is the big skill in bridge, getting from one hand to the other and making sure you unblock cards. So that ace, king, queen of diamonds were cards which were blocking you, South, from winning your 4th diamond. All right, this jack of diamonds, that ace, king, queen, you had to unblock in order to enjoy that 4th diamond. All right, so I'll show you just one more hand, and maybe I'll come back to the other 12 hands another time, make another video on that. But I'm just going to show you these first 4 hands from the lesson on no trump play and basic bidding as well. So again, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We've got the hand shape for opening 1 no trump, which is a 5, 2, 3, 3 shape. So we're going to open this 1 no trump rather than opening it, say, 1 club. So 1 no trump shows any of those 3 hand types and 12 to 14 high card points. North is going to pass. And for now, like I said, if you know Stayman, this would be a perfect hand to use Stayman. But because if we haven't covered that yet, okay, the first basic lesson on bidding, then you're just going to bid 3 no trumps. Either way, you're always going to end up in 3 no trumps, whatever bidding you do, you should always end up in 3 no trumps on this hand. So again, I think it's clear to lead the king of diamonds. Now again, this is always a good idea to duck. When you've got a wide open suit other than one stopper, it's usually a good idea to duck an opening lead. Okay, so when you've got the king of diamonds lead, it's very tempting to go up with the ace when you first start playing bridge, cash winners, okay, cash all your aces and kings and things like that. But when you get used to the game, it's usually a good idea to duck. Again, the idea is to cut communication. If you can duck this twice, okay, so win that ace of diamonds on the 3rd go, you can see here, South will not have any more diamonds, okay? Whereas if you win this ace on the 1st trick like this, if South were to get the lead, they can lead another diamond back. So what we're going to do is duck. North's going to continue. We're going to duck again. Okay, and North continues again, let's say. All right, so the idea now, by winning that ace of diamonds on the 3rd round, South is now out of diamonds. So if they get the lead, they can't play a diamond to the partner, and North can't cash their 2 winning diamonds. Okay, so we're going to get rid of a losing card. We could actually get rid of a spade, actually, because we can play ace king and the jack 10 can be winners. Okay, but we need to have a think about what we're going to get rid of. Probably wouldn't get rid of a spade. We've got to think about how many tricks we've got so far. So we've got 1 trick when we win this ace of diamonds. we've got 4 spade winners, very much like the last hand where we've got ace, king, queen blocking that 4th spade. But we can get 4 spade tricks. So 1 plus 4 is 5. We can get 3 heart tricks when the ace of hearts is gone. So 4 and 3 is 7. The ace of diamonds is 8, and the ace of clubs is 9. Now we're not exactly sure who's got the extra diamond. The diamonds might break 4-4. Okay, we're not sure. But what we want to do is we want to generate some heart tricks, most likely. So we're going to have to play hearts. And what we're hoping for is that North does not have the ace of hearts. So I'm going to throw away a club and then just play the jack of hearts. South ducks it. Okay. And now we're pretty certain now that South has the ace of hearts, because if North had it, they would probably win and continue playing the diamonds. Unless, of course, North doesn't have the diamonds. They could have just had king, queen, jack of diamonds, and maybe South has 2 winning diamonds. We're still not exactly sure where the diamonds lie. I mean, we can obviously see them here in this layout. So we've got 2 tricks. Now I'm going to play a heart to the queen. Now let's go up. Okay, play low. Now West is declarer. Okay, so we can see the dummy. So clearly it makes sense to play a spade. We're hoping partner's got something higher than the jack. So we can play a spade back. As it turns out, they don't. Right, so it looks like we're going to have all the spade tricks. It's just a matter of the clubs. Now, again, what we're going to do about clubs, we could actually take a club finesse. All right, and I'd say that's pretty safe, because surely if North had the if South had the winning diamonds, when they won with the ace of hearts, they would just cash. All right. Or would they? Okay. They might have won winning diamond. So, I mean, you could take the club finesse. It could be a little bit of a risk. Maybe South is playing funny games and had a winning diamond. Okay, so you could take a club finesse. It's going to lose. Okay, but what can South return to hurt you? And the answer is nothing. Okay, but obviously there is a danger that South is playing funny games. All right, so the safe way is just to cash your ace and queen of spades first. So again, you want to unblock the spades. All right, and then you can play your queen of hearts. All right, so just as a completely safe way, and then you'd overtake, okay, because the jack of hearts is gone. If you've been keeping tabs on things, it's safe to overtake this queen of hearts. All right, alternatively, you can just let the queen of hearts win and then play a club, okay, to the ace. Again, you could, if you want, you could risk taking the club finesse, because there's a very good chance that North has all the diamonds. So it's possible that North started with 2 diamonds here. Sorry, North could have 2 diamonds left, and the king of clubs and the 3 of clubs. Okay, so it would make sense to take the club finesse. It seems pretty safe bet. As it turns out, it doesn't work, but they just play another club back, and there's no harm in anything here. You're going to get the last 2 tricks. All right, so that's just 4 boards on how to play some no trump hands. So a lot of things that come across are to duck. So not necessarily go up with the ace at trick 1. It's sometimes you can duck once or duck twice, but count where your source of tricks are coming from. What's your longest suit? That's usually a good thing to look for. There we go. It's just a few hands on no trump play. So I hope that's been of some use, and have a go at the other 12 that I've sent you.